Thank you for coming to Compass Starlight. I'll do a card read for the day. I'm putting those back in. I'm getting all kinds of cards flipping out as I shuffle these today. All kinds. It's fun. Daily energies we're going to work with going forward here. Arithmetic 25. She looks very contemplative. Much consideration. Let's see what we get here. The blue flame, lovely. Spontaneous awakening and activation. Integration time. Four of wands there. Let's see. Oh goodness. Page of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. What are we working towards? Page of Pentacles. That's good. Productive energy. Spontaneous. Ooh. Is this someone waking up? Is somebody finally waking up to the potential? Somebody finally finding balance to bring something forward. Let's see. Card number 25, Arithmetic. Measure, combine strengths, and use them to your favor. Yes. That is consideration. It's about finding balance. This is like, this is a message I've kind of been seeing forming. And it makes sense with integration time. Finding the balance between divine masculine and divine feminine, even if that is within oneself. Combining strengths, the strengths of the masculine and the strengths of the feminine. This is also coming to a point of weighing the balance. This is like being presented with a gift and wondering, is this gift for you? A protagonist considering, is this gift for me? Is this gift for me? Is this what's meant for me? Is this what I've called in? Is this what I've asked for? And a lot of contemplation and consideration to that end. Because sometimes these things we call in when they manifest are unrecognizable, or the desire and the manifestation behind it, the momentum behind it is unrecognizable. That is to say that sometimes we put out our intentions without recognizing that we are doing so. I want what's best for me. And then something appears that is unexpected, and we wonder, is this what I ordered? When did I order this? Is this really for me? So there's a lot of consideration and contemplation to get to the point of decision and acceptance. Yes, this is for me. As much as I try to resist it, it is still something to which I am being called. It is still something to which I am being called. It is still something towards which I am being called. It is like a bright light, a beacon off on the horizon, something off in the distance beckoning. And no matter how you try to resist that call, it permeates everything. And there comes a point when you decide that you must listen. I would like to read this, the blue flame. I have temporarily lost my vision. Just bear with me for a moment. So sometimes people talk about clairvoyancy. I have a lot of challenges with my eyes, my eyesight. It does, is it the health of my eyes? Perhaps. But there is, I do have visions that are sometimes blinding. And there I was, off in that place. So I'm having difficulty. All I can see is a bright yellow, fluorescent green, fluorescent yellow triangle. It's like the first quarter hour of a clock. What do they call that? Analog? Of an analog clock? Okay, let me see if I can focus here to read this blue flame from the book Spontaneous Awakening, Activation, Integration Time. This is a card of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical Kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Most people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate, and awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of an awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. Starseed activation. I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experience each and every day. I think I kind of covered that when I was addressing this card here. This is an awakening process, this integration, this balancing of the masculine and feminine, and coming to terms with that which is for you, although sometimes unexpected, although sometimes we resist it. And what does the Page of Pentacles have to say? The Page of Pentacles is associated with earth signs, slow-moving energy, yet an energy that is driven in knowledge and one that is quite practical. And that practicality, with focusing on logic, is part of what makes the Page of Pentacles a slow mover, or many of the court cards of the Pentacles suit slow, because they are taking an analytical, logical perspective to analyze whatever the circumstances may be. That practical energy is also what is needed for the consideration that we see represented by the archetype of arithmetic, to draw on strengths of two different sides, or to draw on strengths of two different individuals or two different parties, to bring those strengths of both, whatever the both are, to bring those strengths together to make something else, a union, even more strong, even more effective, even more productive. This part of the integration, but the Page of Pentacles being slow and pragmatic and practical is the consideration that is needed to move through this energy. It's the consideration needed to integrate, to balance, and it does take time. It's rather grounded, less emotional. There could be a new opportunity presenting itself in your life, or being communicated to you by another individual or entity, such as a corporation, company, employer, etc. New opportunities are often presented to us as a chance for us to move forward and to prosper, to find our abundance. It's a symbol or marker that we are moving along our path, with our next steps being guided. This is a card about being resourceful, about considering what you have around you and who you have around you, what opportunities are being presented to you in your life. For this is an opportunity from which you will be learning something that has the potential to bring you great abundance and prosperity and stability in earthly matters. So that could be abundance and prosperity in the earthly things, being finances, material possessions, your home, a car. You have abundance and opportunities in things of high value, generally speaking, in the material sense. So take the time today to be logical and pragmatic about what is being presented to you in your world, in your life, in your day. Find balance within yourself and without. Balance that will show you how you can take your strengths and integrate your masculine and feminine energies to work for you. To find balance in integrating your emotional side and your logical side, so that you can make your most balanced decisions and your most well-considered next steps along your path. That's what I'm getting for the message of the day. And of course, feel free to interpret these cards of your own accord. Nonetheless, I hope there's a message in here that resonates with you, and if it does, please consider liking the video or subscribe to my channel. Thank you for coming to Compass Starlight.